Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This tablet was one of the best gadgets that I owned, but now it is time for me to let it go. So I wanted this tablet for such a long time so badly, and then when I got it, I enjoyed using it maybe for a year, and now it's just something that I really want to sell. Right now, in front of me, I think that we have one of the best budget tablets on the market. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite, and it comes with its own pen, of course. This was really one of the most important things that I wanted to have on my tablet because I really wanted to get into drawing and digital art and all of that, which, you know, I did for some time, but then I just kind of fell out of it and it didn't really work out as a hobby for me. Okay, but let's kind of rewind and just talk about the tablet itself for a little bit. So it has a 10.4-inch display and a resolution of 1200 by 2000, and it is very sleek. The bezels on this thing are really small, and I feel like if they were a little bit smaller, it would be almost impractical to hold it with your hands without pressing accidentally on the edges of the screen. It has 81% screen to body ratio, so that tells you a lot. It is very thin as well. It is only 7 millimeters thick. It has a stereo speaker setup, so if you want to consume a lot of media, if you want to watch a lot of content, this is really a great device for you. The speakers provide a really rich audio with a lot of bass and also a lot of mid-range tones. They can get really loud as well, so it is a very good media entertainment device. So it has also a 7040 milliamp hour battery, which, you know, I don't use it that much, and when I used it, I mean, now I honestly don't use it almost at all because everything has changed, but when I use it very actively, I felt like I was getting a full 2-day use of this tablet. Let's actually go into the battery. A full charge will last about 2 days and 2 hours according to this. Now, you don't have to trust this. Of course, they always amp it a little bit up, but I'm really pleasantly surprised with the performance of the battery. Because Samsung had released a lot of tablets before this one, but they didn't really support or come with the S Pen natively, so the only other option which was really affordable for me and which included the pen was this one. This pen really gives you that good feeling when you're writing on this tablet. It is really great for note-taking. This S Pen will try to simulate writing on a piece of paper with a normal regular pen and a paper, and that's what I really liked about it. I tried using my friend's Apple pen on her iPad and it really wasn't my thing. It was really fake. It was like glass on glass type of a thing, and this, because of this rubber top, it really doesn't feel like you're writing with a piece of plastic on glass. It really feels very natural and very easy to take notes. My handwriting is very similar to how it is in real life when I'm just using my regular piece of paper and pen. That's what I really appreciated about this. But I did notice that the tip of the pen was starting to darken a little bit and almost wear off. I mean, I understand it is a rubber tip. It has all of these pros. It's kind of natural that it will have a con, and that con is that you will probably have to swap out of this tip for a new one, which I think that you can get them really easily on Amazon or AliExpress for a couple of bucks, so it's not a problem. One great thing about this pen is also that it doesn't need to be charged. So taking notes, drawing on this tablet, it is a very pleasant experience, so I don't think that you will have any problems and issues when it comes to drawing and taking notes if that is why you would like to get this tablet. Now hear me out. That was one of the biggest reasons why I actually bought it. I was in this weird period when I was like, I had a lot of time on my hands and I was just like, okay, I want a hobby. I want something new. So I was slowly trying to get into digital drawing and digital art. So this was the best tablet for that, but also for school because I have a lot of PDF documents and I usually don't print my things out. I just consume them digitally. I wanted a reading device as well. Now I could have just bought a Kindle and been very happy with that, but then again, that is very limited. You're just limited to having PDF files and documents and books on it. You're not able to create new documents. You're not able to enjoy this hybrid between laptop experience and a tablet experience. This is all in one device. Now there is one important caveat there. It didn't come with Samsung DeX. It was reserved for the upper range tablet, the S6. It didn't get the DeX feature out of the box. Now I have it and I can run it, of course, but before there wasn't a thing. You could multitask and use multiple windows at the same time, but it wasn't as good as it was with the DeX update. It came maybe 1 year into me having this tablet, so I did wait for a long time, but honestly, I was really pleasantly surprised. It looks like a Windows setup. I could make a whole nother video just talking about Samsung DeX because it's packed with features, and I also bought a Wi-Fi mouse and a Wi-Fi keyboard. I bought all of that, and I also bought this stand, which you will see in the B-roll footage just to kind of really simulate that desktop/laptop experience. But again, a big limitation. The limitation is really the screen. This is the perfect screen size for the majority of people who use tablets. It is 10.4 inches. It is really nice. But for me, it was a little bit small, especially for multitasking. I found myself being unable to really read documents and have two things open at once. So let's say that I'm taking notes here in one window. Just try to imagine that you want to take notes at the same time and read from something. First of all, this is very small. It is hard because it is small. This part of the screen takes up a little bit too much space. Of course, you can resize it and stuff like that, but just, using it for longer periods of time, your eyes will get really worn out. It's not a laptop replacement yet, in my opinion. Now, the new Tab S8 Ultra, which is like what, 14 inches, I feel like that would be a great laptop substitution because it is a big screen. It is a much better processor than this one. So you would probably be able to do a lot of tablet/desktop related things on that device, but this one, not really. Individually reading and then individually or separately taking notes or just writing something from your head, I think that that's fine, really fine with this device. But having these things in one, using them at the same time concurrently, I'm not the most positive and the most optimistic that it will be a very pleasant experience. Now, I mentioned about the processor and I really want to expand upon that a little bit. This processor is just fine. It will get you through the regular day-to-day use, but if you really want anything demanding, it will start to overheat. It supports Android 11 and that's a really good thing. And I'm very optimistic that it will continue receiving software updates for at least another 2 years. It has been receiving a lot of security patches. I feel like Samsung has really improved their game when it comes to software updates. It has a 5-megapixel front camera and also an 8-megapixel rear camera. It supports 1080p 30 frames per second. I don't know really if people use cameras, especially the back cameras, on their tablets. Images or videos are decent, especially in well-lit situations. If you're in darker situations, it will be very grainy. When it comes to the front camera, I feel like it is a really decent camera, or it's a good camera actually, for Zoom calls or Google Meet calls, for online classes, conferences, and whatever you might need. When it comes to connectivity, it supports a headphone jack, of course, and it also supports a micro SD card. So if you want some extra storage, which is always useful, you can actually do that. Opening websites, going through them, there are some drops here and there and it will stutter sometimes, but nothing major, especially after it's kind of warmed up and after you have been using it for some time. But ever since I got my MacBook, ever since I got a laptop, because this laptop is very portable, right? And it's much more powerful and it has a bigger screen than this tablet. So ever since I got a laptop, which by the way, I have a video on it if you want to check it out. The link is down in the description. I just didn't find myself using this tablet anymore. I consume the majority of my content or media or YouTube through my phone. So I don't feel like I need this tablet. When I want to watch a movie though, and I want somewhat a better experience, I will use this tablet. But for regular use, I resort to my phone. That's what I'm used to. But when it comes to schoolwork and university stuff, I'm just more productive on my actual laptop. And I also don't have to carry this separately and carry the Wi-Fi mouse and all of that. And knowing how good the keyboard on this MacBook is and the trackpad and the display, it is such a pleasure using it. So you're almost going to get a duplication of features across your devices if you have this tablet, a laptop, and a PC. Like, it's just gonna feel like a little bit too much. If you just want to read something, if you want a reader, you can buy a Kindle. And if you want to take notes and do your business related things, you can use your laptop or a desktop. So really, this device is meant for that small like niche of people who will use it for digital drawing and digital design. Because if you just want to buy it for media consumption, there are cheaper options on the market, even from Samsung itself. So, you don't need to have a pen. You will probably not use it if you're just gonna watch movies and YouTube on it. I just don't want people to go out and splurge their money on things that they will probably not use in 1 year's time, which that's me. That's literally what happened with me. I used it very actively for about a year and then I just stopped using it, and it's like, it happened to me recently that it really died because I hadn't charged it for a very long time. It was just sitting on my shelf, and when I went to pick it up, it was dead. The battery was drained out. So laptops are really still laptops. The DeX feature, it is good. good, it is nice, but it is still not what a full-on laptop can provide you. Okay guys, that's it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video ranting about spending money on things that I stopped using midway through, but at least can give you some advice from all of these experiences, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel because it really means a lot. It really supports my channel, so thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.